Welcome to Prenatal Toddler Yoga for Pelvic Health. We're going to be going over a few poses you can practice while playing with your babe. We'll start with good posture. So grab a block or 2 or 3 and sit directly on it so that you can maintain a long spine. Maintaining good posture is going to help you be more comfortable throughout your pregnancy. If you're slumped or rounded, you tend to put weight in your sacrum or other places that cause us pain, and it puts pressure on our pelvic floor. When we sit correctly, we activate our pelvic floor. We're going to improve it. We'll set ourselves up for an easier birthing experience and we'll tend to complain less. So work on that posture, sit up tall, give space to the baby. It should feel really good. Our next pose will be a deep squat. You may want to grab 1, 2, or more blocks for this so you can keep that spine straight and sit directly on your sit bones. Your feet should be flat on the floor and turned slightly outward. If you don't feel steady, you can do it against the wall. And if distractions come up, as they often do with toddlers, just toss them aside and get back to what you're doing. So as your pelvis descends and you lift and lengthen your spine, it's going to help position baby in your pelvis and open your hips as your baby continues to grow. Many women even choose to give birth in this position because of this openness. So take as much time as you need and let that pelvis soften. Sometimes our babes really like those blocks or anything we're using. So if that happens, no problem. Let them play with them and you go back to your posture. Any way you can find to sit up tall as your baby plays. Because it's important to smile and to have fun. You're doing yoga. A lot of times our face and jaw tension affects our pelvic health, so remind ourselves to just let that relax, which should affect the whole body in a positive way. Our next pose, we're going to need a little distraction for our babe so we can hold it a little longer. So go ahead and build something they like so you can have a little time to hold it. We're going to go ahead and use 2 blocks and set up for a nice downward dog. By putting the blocks underneath our hands, it'll allow our spine to even stretch further and deeper by keeping our knees bent and even a little bit wider than hip distance will create room for that baby. This is going to lift our baby off of our pelvic floor. It'll also help encourage baby to move into the optimal birthing position. It'll stretch our whole spine and release tension. Smile, mama, you did it. This pose will require several blocks or other toys around the house or things that you can stand on. So go ahead and gather a few and meet me back on your mat. What we're going to be doing is practicing walking on these blocks and concentrating on activating those glutes. Strong glutes will protect your spine as well as your pelvic floor. This one's fun for our babes as they like to walk on these blocks too. So of course, give them time to do so. When you bend over to help them, keep a slight bend in that knee so you can keep your spine straight, posture tall. And remember to look up every once in a while, as the weight of our head can cause a lot of unnecessary tension in that neck and shoulders. Smile, mama. For our last pose, we'll be in an easy seated position using the wall as our guide. So grab a block, a bolster, or a pillow and place it under your sit bones against the wall. Place your shoulders and head on the wall and make sure that natural curvature in your spine, that space in between the wall, is still there. Remember, mama, good posture is great for your breathing, for your baby, and for your pelvic health. You can call your baby over, your toddler, as you really begin to relax in this pose. You can even take your hands up that wall to kind of measure how well you're open, how well you feel today, and smile. Your babe may want to say, "Hey mama, this is enough for you," and that's okay. Give that baby some loving, because love is all around us and love is all you need. Thank you for joining me today, and remember, every day, especially with a toddler, is different, and some days they just may not want to practice with you, and that's okay. Love them anyway. Have a wonderful day.